Hello, and welcome to the Wealth Advisors Model Portfolio and SMA Strategist Showcase. I'm Scott Martin, and today I'd like to take a few minutes out of the day-to-day market grind. We're talking to Ricardo Becken. He's COO and founder of Ativo Capital Management. Now, they're based in Chicago, but I think you'll see their reach goes a whole lot farther than that. They're a truly global manager. They've got some unique discipline to back up what they do. Mr. Becken, thank you for being here. How are you today?
Great. Good morning, Scott. Pleasure to be here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for being here. Let's just jump into it. What, in your view, makes Ativo unique, and why should it be extremely relevant to advisors right now?
Sure. Well, in today's marketplace, Scott, clients certainly have a wealth of options to choose from. What really sets us apart is number one, the breadth of coverage of our investment system. And number two, our ability to utilize this system to create stock portfolios that provide exposure globally. We use a systematic methodology with accounting adjustments that allow us to compare securities across all countries and across industries. We then employ our expertise in portfolio construction and risk management to ensure that the volatility is within our expectations. Given this breadth, Ativo has both domestic and international products that we offer to our clients with long established track records. And I should also mention that Ativo is a Portuguese word that means active, and that correlates with our belief in active management, and in particular, portfolios with a high level of active share.
Oh, I love that. So just so I can push it back a little. So it's active. These are not national indices set up on some macro basis. You are drilling down into the markets of the world and building the best bottom-up portfolio using your methodology. Am I right there?
Correct.
Well, that is an exciting story because I think the Ativo, the active management is something that a lot of advisors are yearning for right now because they want to add value, and realistically, beta is not providing any kind of return. So you need to reach, and whether that's reaching off the SPY, off the QQQ, just to get something that's not indexed into that portfolio, that adds huge value. You have a long track record. How long does that go back, and how did you ultimately create this methodology in the first place?
We were founded in 1970 as a think tank and as a research boutique to develop new methods of financial analysis for equities. So because of that, our methodology is rooted in hard science instead of stories. We draw on these decades of research in the things that we have found to be successful. The end result is a quantitative and a systematic approach that keeps all of the emotional biases out of the decision process. Then in the year 2000, we expanded the business by going into portfolio management, which became so successful that we stopped selling our research to third parties. Today, we serve public pension plans, we serve foundations and endowments, union plans through both SMAs and commingled vehicles. And more importantly, and more to the point, we provide model portfolios to large financial institutions and to other RIAs. The staff at Ativo is very diverse today, with about 70% comprised of minorities and women. Most of my early hires are still with the firm and have become my partners. Now, more importantly, the core investment team has been together for over 15 years. So as a firm, we have seen many economic and market cycles. We've seen periods of high inflation. We've seen financial crises, and we've seen stock market crashes.
The 1970s, I think that's a crucial time period for a lot of people watching this today, because that was an inflationary period. The markets were stalled. We did get stagflation, definitely in the US. and it was a really tough time to manage client money. Now, when the advisors or the institutions come to you today, what problems are top of mind with them that they're really trying to solve, and what makes them just glow when they hear that you actually can solve those problems?
Right. So our clients need quality portfolios that can outperform the benchmarks in both up and down markets. They're looking for robust risk management to make sure they understand exactly what is their exposure and what is the volatility of their investments. In the current economic environment, a lot of managers are finding that the methods that they've been using to invest since 2009 no longer work. At Ativo, we are constantly evaluating the performance of our factors to identify and exploit those that continue to add value. And this includes exposure to CFROI, cash flow return on investment, which was specifically designed to outperform in periods of high inflation. But Scott, ultimately, what's been very valuable for our clients is our ability to customize portfolios to their specific needs and constraints. So when you take our broad coverage and combine it with our expertise in portfolio construction, we have the ability to create bespoke solutions for each client.
Wow. I need to let that sit in, because I think we think of the model as it's still a sort of one size fits all solution. We slice and dice it for each client, but personalized models, I take it that that might be ESG, or that what are the personalization factors there?
We offer 4 basic models right now, and we have the ability to create combinations of the 4 or subsets of the 4. Really, the sky is the limit. So we'll discuss the specific needs of any advisor, and within reason, obviously, we can accommodate what their specific needs are.
Can you give us any use cases of how they're personalizing what you provide?
So we offer an international ADR portfolio. We've had clients that wanted us to focus exclusively on developed stocks. We've had clients that wanted to focus exclusively on emerging stocks. We have clients that have asked us to exclude companies from certain industries, from sin stocks, stocks that don't comply with the ESG considerations. So all of these are on the table.
That that is potentially a revolutionary approach, because it's a global view, but customizable, screenable, and ultimately the end user, the advisor, and the client get a unique bespoke experience. Along with that, you mentioned that you have a diverse factor set, which is constantly being reviewed, being refined. How often do the models change? Does it happen day by day, or is there a quarterly meeting? How does that work?
Our portfolios are monitored continuously, and we update them whenever dictated by changes in the stock rankings, and also by risk considerations. So it's a continuous monitoring process.
Well, that I love, because in a global environment, there's so much news flow and so much story that I can see this becoming a very attention intensive experience for you. But ultimately, it's not the story; it's the models, or it's the factors. So if the factors don't move, you don't move, and if the factors do move, maybe there's no story at all, but you still
Mhm.
move. Usually when we think about a geographical or a global or a world or regional fund, we think about a sort of top-down approach where we break down the world by country, by region. And with you, that's not really a factor, is it? You have the entire world in focus, all the companies at the same time. Am I
Yeah,
right there?
yes, Scott, you're correct. So as I mentioned, there's 4 basic models, and on the domestic side, they're segmented by capitalization. So we offer domestic large cap, domestic mid cap, domestic small cap, and then we offer the international ADR, which is all cap. But as I mentioned earlier, one of the unique features of Ativo is our ability to customize the portfolio solutions to utilize these 4 building blocks to create subsets or combinations of any of these portfolios.
So this is not a new satellite model to bring in next to a SPY or a QQQ. This is a new and better core, isn't it? Are advisors using it that way?
Fundamentally, our business model allows advisors flexibility. So we provide the advisors the ability to create unique portfolios because, after all, they understand the needs of their clients better than we do.
I think at this point in the conversation, the advisors are sort of wondering, is this mostly an institutional product, or how can I take advantage of this? Do I just reach out to the Ativo team, or are you on any TAMP platforms?
Our goal is to be available wherever models and SMAs are sold. And so we're continuously expanding our relationships with different intermediaries. So if you're looking on a platform and you do not see the Ativo logo out there, please let us know. Our website is the easiest way to reach us. That's www.ativocapital.com, and that's spelled ATIVO Capital. There's a simple form to fill out, and I or one of my partners will immediately get back in touch with you.